This Funfetti cake is filled with colorful sprinkles and covered in delicious vanilla buttercream. It's the classic, perfect party cake that you remember from your childhood, but even better. Hi, I'm Lindsay from Life, Love, and Sugar, and today we're making a Funfetti cake. So to get started, we're going to mix together our dry ingredients. We've got our all-purpose flour, baking powder, baking soda, and salt. We'll whisk these together real quick. And now we need our mixing bowl. We'll add our butter and our sugar. And we're going to pop this onto our mixer and beat it at medium-high speed for about 5 minutes to get it nice and light and fluffy. I'm going to go ahead and scrape down the sides a little bit just to make sure everything is being incorporated. Okay, so it's been about 5 minutes and our butter and sugar mixture is nice and fluffy and ready to go. So I'm going to add our vanilla extract. And I'm going to slowly add the oil while I have the mixer on low speed. All right, once that is well combined, we're going to go ahead and add our eggs, one at a time, mixing until pretty well combined after each one. Okay, everything is well combined and looking good, so now we're going to go ahead and alternate adding our dry ingredients and our buttermilk. We just want to mix until things are well combined. We don't want to overmix. Okay, so now our batter is looking nice, well combined, fluffy. All right, gonna give a quick stir. Make sure we're not leaving any pockets of anything anywhere. And then we're gonna go ahead and add our sprinkles. These are just rainbow jimmies. These really are the best sprinkle that you're gonna get for a sprinkle cake like this. They're not gonna bleed, so I totally recommend jimmies. Okay, so it looks like our sprinkles are well mixed into our cake batter, so we will go ahead and add this to our cake pans. All right, so I like to spray my pans with some nonstick baking spray around the sides, which I've already done. And now I'm gonna add my parchment circles to the bottom. And this will just help your cakes not stick to your pans. Now we can add our cake batter to our cake pans. I like to use a food scale to weigh the cake batter in them and just make sure that there's the same amount of batter in each pan. Then you know they're gonna bake the same amount of time. You'll have even layers in your cake and everything, but feel free to just eyeball it. All right, so all the cake batter is in my pans. I'm gonna go ahead and spread it evenly with my offset spatula. All right, so we have our cake batter ready to go, so we can pop these in the oven to bake. All right, so once your cakes are baked, you can set them aside to cool and make your buttercream. We're gonna go ahead and start by adding our butter to our mixer bowl. We're gonna put this on our mixer and mix it together until it's smooth and creamy. Okay, now that your butter is nice and creamy, let's go ahead and add about half of our powdered sugar. All right, we're gonna mix this together until it's nice and creamy. Now I will add my vanilla extract and a couple tablespoons of cream. Go ahead and mix all that together until it's nice and smooth and creamy and combined. All right, looking good. And we'll keep adding our powdered sugar. All right, and now at this point you can add a little more cream to kind of thin it out a little bit more if you need to, and add a pinch of salt to add a little flavor. We'll mix all that together. That looks good. Now we can go ahead and start building our cake. So we'll go ahead and add our first cake layer. I'm using a cardboard cake circle. So we'll pop that on there and add around a cup of buttercream. Go ahead and spread this into a nice even layer. All right, we'll go ahead and add our next cake layer. All right, and we'll add another layer of frosting. All right, now we will add our top layer of cake. All right, now we'll frost the top of the cake and then we'll finish frosting the sides. All right, so when I frost the sides of my cake, I often use the Wilton 789 icing tip. I'm gonna use my Teco icing smoother to smooth the sides. All right, now I'll do the top corners. All right, I'm just gonna add a little spiral design in the top of the cake. Now we're ready to add some sprinkles to our cake. It can get a little messy. And there we have our final Funfetti layer cake. It is super moist, delicious, totally fun, and perfect for any birthday or celebration. You're gonna love it. For the full recipe, head over to lifeloveandsugar.com.